Hello, Brian and Stratton students. This is your instructor, Michael Williams. And for this week, you have, well, what's expected of you this week is, let's go and scroll and see, you have week 7 discussion, Microsoft PowerPoint. And basically, that is saying PowerPoint presentations are used in the workplace to provide a visual, in some cases, an audio and or narration of information that is being presented. Some of the visual components may include charts and graphs to further provide the visual of the content in a different context. Most presentations are shown in conjunction with a presenter slash speaker. One of the many great features of PowerPoint presentation is the intended audience can receive a copy for future reference. In your initial post, address the following. State at least two advantages and disadvantages of using PowerPoint in Office 365 versus Office 2016. Your initial post must be completed by Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then reply to three different classmates over 3 days by Saturday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it is up here long enough for you to read the instructions and the discussion rubric. You should be aware of by now. It is week 7. So make sure you understand the topic and please stay on topic when we are in discussion, when we're posting discussions. Second, we have week 7 practice exercises. And these are pretty much like the guided projects that you have listed here for your graded guided project, which is Project 1-1, Classic Gardens and Landscaping. You do have other projects within the practice exercises. You might have a few guided projects, and you might have one assessment within the practice exercise to actually get practice on how to do an assessment. And the solution files are available for you as well. So you should be able to see the finished product when you finish the assignment, so you can compare and contrast your work to the solutions that have been provided to you. Also, you have an assessment outside of the step-by-step guided project. You have an assessment. Now remember, assessments don't give you step-by-step. Assessments are for you to follow the instructions and use the skills obtained from your guided project and from your graded guided project, and also your practice exercises. Now let's talk about PowerPoint. PowerPoint has changed, as well as Excel and Microsoft Word, significantly. I would say since the past two sessions. Even I would go as far as back to the last session. I noticed that there's been changes done to the ribbon and also options, but we won't concentrate on that because this might be new for some of you. But I just noticed a lot of changes. As you know, in PowerPoint, you have the Home tab, File tab, which is the same throughout Microsoft applications, as well as the Insert. Here you have the Draw, Design, Transition, Animation, and Slideshow, which is new uh, for PowerPoint. And if you haven't worked in PowerPoint, this will be totally new for you. Now, I'm just going to show you some things. Let me get rid of this. Now, we all know if we want to insert a photo, we have to go to the Insert tab. And we have photo album, online pictures, and we have pictures which you can locate on the computer or in the cloud or your personal private cloud, or search online through Microsoft's gallery, photo gallery or picture gallery. Now, when we're dealing with photos and you want to edit a photo and they want you to do formats to format the size or the design, remember we always have to click on what it is we want to format or configure. And if you notice here, there's no tabs up here, but if I click on the photo, voila, you have the picture. And remember, we call these contextual tabs because they only show up when you click on an object like a table, um, a photo, or text boxes. And as you can see here, pretty much everything lit up. Okay. And this is the format tab. All right. So if I click on the picture, if I click outside the picture, you'll see it's grayed out. But if I click back on the picture, look at that. Format tab, we have everything right here for the picture. Now, you will be working with animation, and as you can see here, you have all these options in adjust the correction, the color, the artistic effects, transparency, and transparency just kind of like makes the photo fade into the background theme, so it can blend in into your slide theme. Now, animation is going to be one of the main things you're going to do, animation and transition. So if you want to do animation, you have to go up here, all right? And you have to, if you look, animation, pretty much everything, all the animation or animation tab groups are pretty much grayed out here, okay? Except for this. And this is your animation pane. You click on that, it brings up the pane, and it basically displays the order of all the text boxes and files or text that you have selected with animation. It will go, a list will go here. Now, if I click on the photo, which I want to animate, you see everything lights up here. Okay, so let's just do something real quick. I do a fly-in animation, and it gives me a preview of that animation. And as you can look to the right, you see this here? This is showing me my first animation, and it's number one. And if you look here at this object, that's showing me that this will happen on the mouse click. Now we can also change things. Microsoft gives you a redundant way of doing things. And as you can see here, this is number one. This is your first slide. And it starts when you click the mouse. But if you click this down arrow, you can start it automatically with previous or after a previous. Okay. And with previous, that would probably much mean if you have a transition. And when we talk about transition, we're talking about the transition of the slides, the effect of how your new slides come in. And that's what they're talking about as far as transition. Now, here for your animation, it will ask you to do different types of animation. Animation, sorry about that. You look here, this is what you selected previously will be listed up here. And at the point, we really don't have any. This is for entrance um, animation. Okay, they might say go to entrance and then choose one of these animation effects here. Then you have emphasis, like in a pulse or the color, a pulse, the color would change. And it just give you emphasis if you want somebody to focus on something or a text or a text box within your animation. Then you have exit. That's when you want the animation to exit out. And then you have more for entrance effects, more emphasis effects, and you have more exit effects. And you have also motion path. But if you click on these, you'll get more options. So just remember, if you don't see it in the default menu, remember you have more that you can look for. Okay, and make sure they're stating entrance, emphasis, exit, or motion. All right, and you got the category list here: entrance, emphasis, and exit right here. Okay, and that's pretty much it with PowerPoint. It's nothing too much that you're going to be doing that's going to challenge, give you too many challenges. It's pretty straightforward. It can be a little confusing. Everything is pretty much, it seems really cluttered here, but just navigate through. Take your time. Look through the menu, the ribbon tabs and the menus. Take your time. Don't rush it, and everything will work out. And here you have effect options. They might tell you to do that, and it's basically if once you choose this like a fly in, do you want it to fly in from the bottom left, from the top left, and it might ask you that. And so you'll basically look for effect options. Okay? If you have any questions, please contact your instructors. That's what we're here for. We're here to guide you and help you and assist you, and we want to help you in any way we can. So don't feel frustrated and within your frustration that you can't seek help. Thank you, and reach out to us if you have any issues.